Welcome back to part 2 with me, Jeffrey and George. Like Rainbow, hadn't it? Don't look that place. Zippy and George. Did you ever watch that Rainbow?
Nah, don't think so.
Too young.
Probably have seen it.
He had streets and houses, rainbow flying high. Anyway, look. Where'd that go? Look, first job, so you left school with loads of qualifications.
Loads, absolutely no. Left school with nothing, mate. Again, I wasn't thick. I just wasn't. Didn't concentrate even in the exams. I was trying to mess around and be the class clown. Do you know what I mean? And but I always knew deep down, even if maybe it come across arrogant. I was never arrogant, but I was sort of mentally arrogant. I knew that I was always going to have a career in music. I just knew, even from a young age, this is what I was going to do, and so I just stupidly, and I don't recommend it to anyone. I sort of put everything else to the side, and it was my full focus.
Well, you got a voice gifted from the gods, as they say.
Cheers, mate.
If you haven't listened to me, you know what I mean. So you had that. So you knew that. If you don't mind me saying, you know, in school when the teacher said, no doubt, you got a really good voice, but she probably said it's exceptional. You know?
Well, I used to.
Not to be big-headed, but she used to say it.
I used to, as again, which Shell, me teacher, she was massively supportive of me and pushed me to. Come on, you've got something here and stuff like that, even though when I possibly didn't know I had at the time. So yeah, and then when I left school, because I had no qualifications, didn't go to any further education. I left with drama. That was the only one I left with, because it was chill.
Oh, it's drama, yeah.
And
so where'd you go from school? Did you go straight into singing, or what happened?
Well, yeah. Even when I was in the last year of school, I was 15. So okay. I was still doing gigs of a weekend. Sometimes, sort of of a Saturday, or if someone needed a 20-minute slot filling in, they go, "Oh yeah, come do 20 minutes here at this gig. I'll give you 30 quid or something." Do you know what I mean? And I was buzzing. I was like, 30 quid for 20 minutes. Do you know what I mean?
30 quid for 20 minutes to sing.
I was at that age. I was buzzing. I was like, I want a bit of that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so my dad had, be on the phone, agencies, and they were like, "Oh, you're a bit too young yet," and whatever. So it was just more or less, if anyone had a party or a wedding or parties that my mum and dad were invited to, they go, "Oh, can I get up and do a little 20 minutes?" Just to sort of help me stage experience. And so then I went straight into Marxie's, where my mum used to work as well. She got me in there.
Was that before X Factor, did you say, on the bullet points?
No, I went to Britain's Got Talent when I was 19. Okay. I auditioned for X Factor when I was 13.
Yeah.
And I sang when
don't forget X Factor.
When a Man Loves a Woman. Didn't get through. It's getting too young. Singing probably these big songs. What?
Did you get in front of? Did you meet Simon Cowell?
Not on the X Factor. I did on Britain's Got Talent when I was 19. Got in front of Piers, Amanda, and Simon.
Yeah.
But I made the mistake of going on in my suit. I think I went on in my suit, and I was thinking,
"What did you watch? You're smart."
I think that after that raw appeal, aren't they going on probably like this?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I went on there and I sang "You Make Me Feel So Young," and Piers said yeah. Simon said yeah, and Amanda said no. I was like, what?
Amanda, what you missed, hey?
Thought you were a blue love. Everyone fan and all that, but and things like I was gutted about that for
did that
yeah, it was a kick in the teeth for years, probably about 1 or 2 years, and I wanted to stop then. And I remember saying to me, "Dan, I think I'm done." And I actually went into producing a bit of dance music. Which I still do a little bit now. And went down that avenue, and then again, because working in Marks and Spencer's was a massive correlation between me auditioning for the Frank Sinatra show, as you mentioned before, because there was a customer called Phyllis who I became massive friends with, and she knew I sang, and she come in and
was you singing in the shop at the
used to do a bit of singing in the shop, as I was stacking shelves and stuff like that, and she come in with a leaflet for this show, Frank Sinatra Our Way, and I thought, well, I don't know about that, like, you know what I mean? Again, my naivety and me sort of, bit sort of apprehensive about going for it. And again, my dad was like, go for it. It was like a movie. Go for it, son. You know.
Go for it.
Do you know what I mean?
Believe it. Don't listen to a man at home. Get in on your head.
Yeah, exactly. And then, I ended up going for that, and sort of went on from there. Then, Jeff. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So look, from your working at Marks and Spencer's, you've applied for this Sinatra's My Way, BBC. Yeah.
Mm.
So tell me then about going to the BBC. What happened to it then?
Well, to be honest, I sent my audition tape. You had to send a video audition tape from home, and I think I sang My Way. And again, because I was naive and apprehensive about going, my dad said, just go for it. You never know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I sang My Way. I think I was in my shorts, my flip flops, and everything. And it's just again, I think I'd literally just put the Xbox pad down and said, and done my audition, went back on the Xbox, and again, thought nothing of it. And then I got an email the next week or the next few days saying, we'd like you to come down to London. I was like, oh, this is when a bit, done a couple of auditions down.
What was your dad doing? Was he jumping everyone he got there?
He was like, I told you, you never know and all that, you know what I mean? Let's just go with it and go with the flow. And then he come with me down to London, got the trains out. We had to go about 3 times, a couple of separate auditions. And then I finally got the call that I was in the final 7, which was going to be sort of the finale on the night. So there was me and 7 other applicants, 7 other finalists.
Can you remember anyone that did you get close to them?
All of them. I still keep in contact with most of them. Yeah, Marley Blanford, the Bokers. There was so many on it doing their own interpretations of Sinatra's songs. It wasn't like a tribute show, which people get sort of confused. It was their own interpretation of Sinatra's music, because it was his centenary year, obviously 100 years of Frank. And I went on and sang That's Life. I wanted to sing My Way, but originally they said, oh no, that's going to be the winner's song. So they wouldn't let me sing, and I was like, okay, no worries. And so I sang That's Life, and
your own style, like sort of, give us a little 5 seconds. Right?
That's life, that's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shut down in May. But I know I'm gonna change that tune when I'm back on top in June. I said that's life. That's life.
Alright, there you go. You're going to get more of George on the links. Hey, that's great. I didn't want to put him on the spot.
That's all good, man.
But he's an entertainer. Freaking through, Because that's what they say. They'll go on, sing then. If your mouth are off, you're going to sing. Let me hear you. So then, look, you've gone on, you're in there. And what was the show like? Did you get treated really good on the show?
Superb. Like royalty. And it was in the Elstree studios where they do Big Brother and the X Factor. We used to do the X Factor finals there. And
this is it.
And they done a massive production, massive stage, and celebrity judges. We stayed over for, I think it was 2 or 3 nights in a Boss hotel, all your food and Gran and that paid for. And they travel obviously down there, so it was great.
So did you go with just you and your dad?
I went down on my own.
Oh, did you?
And then they I think I got about 8 complimentary tickets for the show, and obviously my girlfriend Molly, my dad, my mum, and I think my aunties all went down, and my Gran.
Are you still with Molly now?
I'm still with Molly, yeah.
Molly!
Alright, Mal.
I love you. Don't forget to say Molly. Like he got bim back, didn't he?
Did he?
Never mentioned his partner.
I can't be doing now.
Molly.
Can't be doing
So you go on the show, you're on the stage,
Yeah.
What, did you think that you got a good winning chance or no?
No, because the talent on the stage was exceptional. It really was. There was a girl called Nadia, who sang "Fly Me to the Moon." And she had a voice like Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
She was just unreal.
Powerful.
A girl called Ellie, who done an acoustic version of one of Frank's songs, and I was just like, nah, I haven't got a chance here. But I went for it. And I made sure to give it me all in the performance side of it as well, do you know what I mean? Not just like, up and down the stage, twirling around and everything.
Do these,
Yeah.
Oh, I remember.
And then my name was called, mate. My name was called, man, and I still remember it vividly to this day.
Just so well,
it was just so like...
Was there an audience out there, and as you said, the audience...
just there, fireworks when my name was mentioned. It was proper, do you know what I mean? And
did you get all that glitter coming down?
Yeah, all that.
Did you?
All that.
Choking on it.
And
it's okay.
Alexander Armstrong and Rochelle Hughes, they were the presenters. And I remember them like putting a mic in my face, like, how do you feel? And I was, when people say they were speechless, I was literally like, I had no words, and I can't even remember what I said. I was just like, whatever, and it was just so overwhelming. And then even when you're getting off stage and in the car home, you're like, it doesn't sink in until a couple of days later.
It's amazing, yeah.
Even when you're watching it live, when you're watching it, the pre-recorded thing back.
Did you cry? No.
I was, to be honest, again, no, I was that emotional. I've sort of stopped me emotions coming out, if that makes sense. I froze a little bit. Which was it's
shocking, though. I mean, obviously you're a big head, but you think it's just one of us. You know, I don't know how many people would take it because you had the burst in tears, or you just don't want to say.
Yeah, it was from not wanting to even audition for it.
This is the big time.
Told you. He had told you in my face. Told you. Not well done. Told you.
So brilliant. So you've won that, right? So straight away, now you're getting recognition. What happened when you went back to Marx's?
Oh, it was mad. I remember it was chaos. I remember going home with a sore face because I was smiling that much because I didn't want to look miserable, you know what I mean? So on the till, like, and they were going, "Oh, you done that." I'm not just saying it. Me cue for the till was thingy. What people just wanted to come in and say hello, which is lovely and beautiful. Do you know what I mean? And but I remember going home like, oh my God, it feels like I've just had a facelift, you know, because I was smiling all day. They were like, yeah, you know what I mean? And but yeah, and then it got to a point where that many doors opened, Jeff. I was able to sort of leave my day job, you know, and take it up.
From stacking the shells in the big time, like a story, like right to riches.
I haven't got the riches just yet, like, you know what I mean? But
rich in the heart.
That's the
bringing happiness to the homes, as they say, you know.
Good, yeah.
I mean, even now on the lockdown, you've been doing live feeds.
Yeah, man, it's again. I always say, I do these streams, the live stream, to keep myself sane, and you know, with us not being able to be on stage. I'm saying to Gary before, you don't realise how much of an amazing job that we've got, Jeff, until it's gone, mate. You're probably like yourself.
Entertaining people.
It's just, and you sort of become content with it, don't you? Like, oh, this is me. But until it's gone, you realise, wow, what a job I've got. So it's to
appreciate you.
Yeah, it's to sort of keep yourself sane, and it helps. If it helps people in the process, then excellent. So be it. You know what I mean?
Have you got links below on the YouTube of this your award-winning stuff?
I've got all my stuff on YouTube and on my Facebook. George Gallagher Music. That's me Instagram, me Facebook. My Twitter's George Gal Music. Yeah,
and write down your comments if you watch the show live for George. Show some support for our GTA.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
Stand by for part 3 anyway, when we're discussing more in town, what happened venues. Take care. Woo! All right.